What is up, fishing addicts? On today's video we are fishing the 30D. Unfortunately, it was a tough day. I did start up pretty early in the morning, and it was a lot of grass floating down, so it made my bait choices a little bit difficult to use. And I started out with little buzz bait, but unfortunately this bait is extremely difficult to keep on top of the water. And of course we're gonna have a train coming down, but it is what it is. So I tried using the buzz bait. I got a couple of fish on it. Nothing to brag about, but I did not like this brand of buzz bait. I remember why I put it out of my tackle box. It just does not work as it should. So, and then as for follow-up bait, I was using a swim jig, little flashy. This is the first gen of flashy that I created. It works pretty well, not as well as the third gen, but still gets the job done. It just has a little bit of less tumble behind it, but it was a lot of grass floating down and I couldn't fish the areas I wanted to fish. Overall, it was pretty good. For 3.5 hour fishing, it was exceptionally well. Didn't catch any big ones, but still the tug was the drug. I mean, the tug is the drug. So I did toss out a jig. Got a couple on the jig on the drop off where the current was. It did pretty well. And then I tied on a crankbait. I don't know if you guys can see it. I got a couple of fish on the crankbait, fishing anywhere between 10 to 8 foot to 10 feet of water. But like I said, it was extremely difficult. I did not expect this much stuff to be in the water, the grass and all that stuff. And the worst part is usually when one side of the river will be grassy and the other side will be clean. But unfortunately, both sides of the river were just as messed up. So made fishing a little bit difficult. And then right around 8 o'clock, the boats start showing up. So I was like, yeah, time to cut it. Go back home, make some house projects and whatnot. But that's it, guys. Enjoy the video. There we go. There we go. All right, first one on the buzz bait. We got a little 10-inch largemouth. Come on, open up. Little pipsqueak. Not bad. We're fishing about 8 foot of water right now, and I'm working the banks. I saw a couple of them bust around, so I'm trying to get a bigger bite. Let's see if we can get one. Gotta tune the buzz bait for some reason. You don't wanna work the way it should. Whoa, whoa. This was a fast. All right, the very next cast. The very next cast. Got a buzz bait on a buzz bait, another largemouth, and this time on the trailer hook. It's a pretty nice one. It's odd that I'm catching that many largemouth, these many largemouth over here. It's supposed to be smallmouth heaven, but hey, fish is a fish, can't complain. Let's see what else we can manage over here. We got a big barge coming in. Picked up a swim jig, nice smallmouth in about 8 feet of water, skinny and long. Let's have a measurement real quick. Come on. Alright guys, early summer morning, we're smashing the Des River smallmouth, little anorexic one, but let's go get our fix on. Alright, so having troubles with the buzz bait. Not all buzz baits run pretty good. Sometimes we have issues with them. And for some reason the current is flowing pretty hard on the reverse. But it's always good to have a cleanup bait, which actually I'm debating if I should use another bait that I know produces pretty well as well. So stay tuned, see what we're gonna make happen. Fish are feisty. Yeah, perfect squid. Perfect squid. What I'm doing is there's a large current pushing and there's slack water. I'm casting right in the where it meets slack and current and dragging it on the bottom. It's way too much debris to be fishing top water. I tried top water. There's a bunch of grass. So I switched to something on the bottom. Let's see if we can get a couple more over here, and then we're gonna head up a little bit north where there is no grass floating or whatever. but these are key feeding points for them, especially around fall. There we go. This one had it on its mouth. It's going crazy over here while I'm recording. It's insane. Come on. How many these little ones are in here? Is there a number? Okay. I'm using a little football finesse jig. Now this one had it on its mouth for a minute. I was wondering what was going on. It wasn't even a bite, it was just a very subtle nip. See if we can find the bigger ones, the big mamas. These fish are feisty. Feisty. Look at that. Little pipsqueak. Little pipsqueak. What I'm doing is there's a large current pushing and there's slack water. I'm casting right in the where it meets slack and current and dragging it on the bottom. It's way too much debris to be fishing top water. I tried top water. There's a bunch of grass. So I switched to something on the bottom. Let's see if we can get a couple more over here and then we're gonna head up a little bit north where there is no grass floating or whatever. But these are key feeding points for them, especially around fall. There we go. This one had it on its mouth. It's going crazy over here while I'm recording. It's insane. Come on. How many these little ones are in here? Oh, let's give it a number. Okay. I'm using a little football finesse jig. And this one had it on its mouth for a minute. I was wondering what was going on. It wasn't even a bite, it was just a very subtle nip. See if we can find the bigger ones, the big mamas. There we go. On our crank. Alright guys, just got one on a crankbait. Fish are real finicky. Look at this one. They are freaking feisty. They're real feisty. Look at that, beautiful. Got a barge coming in on high speed. It's gonna create a big wake. And we got a trick. Alright, we got a brace for this one. Another thing. That hurt. That was a close one. Real close one. These things are. Okay, hold on, buddy. Hold on. I'm gonna get you out. Hold on. It's always these little ones. They're so feisty. I'll get you in trouble with trouble hooks. They thrust so much. But I'm using a shot pattern crankbait painted by just jump in front of me. Painted by Limpy. Mike Rims paints pretty awesome crankbaits.
If you can find any song in the world in seconds, you should be able to sign up for renter's insurance in seconds.
Big one.
Time insurance like that.
Big one.
Get a quote at lemonade.com/rent.
I guess today. Whoa, why they're so feisty? They're so feisty. I don't know. Today's the day of the largemouth. I guess on the river. Look at that. Not a bad one. It's nice and healthy. Pretty healthy actually. It's the most healthy fish that I caught today. Has some nice shoulders. I'm right now cruising down, coasting down actually, and fishing the shallow grass flats. It's a struggle. I don't know why. All right, addicts. I guess today is the day for largemouth. It's the fourth or fifth largemouth that I got. It's a nice and healthy one. Look at that. It's a beat up tail. All right, addicts. I guess today is the day for largemouth. It's the fourth or fifth largemouth that I got. It's a nice and healthy one. Look at that. It's a beat up tail. Has some nice shoulders. It's always a pleasure catching them on a river. They do fight just a little bit harder than lake largemouth. But yeah. All right, guys, we got that one on a flashy swim jig. When it gets tough, I put them on. These are the very first gen that I used to make. They do work great with the little Colorado blade, but I prefer the Indiana blades. They do provide a little bit more what I need. But it's a tough day. It's almost 7:30. I'm gonna fish until 9 o'clock and dip. So stay tuned. See if we can catch a little bit bigger smallmouth. All right, guys. It was a tough little day. Didn't get to fish that much, but yeah, the struggle was real. I did not anticipate that much grass to be on, or the largemouth bite. I to be more largemouth to be more active than smallmouth. I just wanted to try out some stuff. It was a pretty good day overall. I did enjoy myself. I wish I could have stayed on the water a little bit longer, but the conditions are one. The conditions were not there, and it was a bit frustrating dealing with the grass. I hate fishing that type of conditions. I can manage heat and all that stuff, but I was pretty annoyed with the lure, with the buzz bait. I know some buzz baits are better than others, but it is what it is. Maybe I got a faulty one. I tried making it work. It did not. It did not happen. No matter what I tried, maybe just needed a beefier trailer or whatever. But having a trailer hook is a must for me. I always do better with the trailer hook when I have a bait that has a trailer hook. But maybe there was few things I could have done better, but I didn't want to try all that hard. Like I said, I was out there to enjoy myself and quick little run. Um, and Gotta get back to work at home, so it was all right. I don't know, I'm just mumbling at this point, but I want to do some deeper water fishing. That did not work out because there was so much grass, even on the deeper side or the Calsac side where the river splits. Above it, usually there is no grass, and this time it was just horrible. I tried using a couple of stuff fishing the deeper water, and it was just not there. It was just too much grass. My baits couldn't perform as they should be. The currents was there was a little bit of current, but the issue was it was a lot of grass floating down, so they'll just pick up my bait and drag it a lot faster than it should be. So it wouldn't. Most of the time, I don't think my bait was even hitting the bottom. So I got fuel and I called it around 9. And next video it's going to be frog fishing. I keep on meaning to do frog. I keep on meaning to do frog, and I did not so far. But next week it's frog season, so stay tuned for that one, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.